The Collector Syringe, activated to spin around, dealing a massive amount of damage to any enemy caught within it. You can also, at the cost of a few cells, continue to activate it up to 5 times to increase its damage and the amount of time it's active. You can also even keep activating it past that point to get just a ton of time out of this weapon. You can be spinning pretty much forever if you want to, as long as you have the cells to make that happen. It is a ridiculously powerful weapon. A weapon that is maybe only eclipsed by the fact that it is an enormous spoiler for the game, which is why I normally don't have it unlocked for most runs I'm doing. It's the sort of thing that would very quickly overshadow whatever sort of weapon that I'm using in the run. But even more than that, it's in the name. It's the Collector Syringe. You get it directly from the Collector, his parting gift to you. The most powerful weapon, maybe, in the game after you beat him. Which is why I'm not even going to be worrying too much about spoilers in this run. That's why I'm also using the King outfit, the weapon you get for the true final route after a bunch of time shenanigans happen. It's a very cool outfit, but also one that, I don't want people to just come into a run for the balance blade and be like, hey, what's that wacky outfit that you're using? It looks different from anything else I've seen in the entire game so far. Yeah. I mean, the syringe also is, while it's powerful, it is also not as powerful as it once was back in the day, when it used to be able to also rally off of its hits, meaning that with the amount of damage that you could output with this thing, only a fatal blow from an enemy could actually kill you. Anything else would be pretty much healed up immediately, just standing next to something. Provided that you didn't kill every single enemy next to you instantaneously, you would be effectively invincible. So here it's a bit more fair, but I'll be honest, this is like the ultimate weapon of the game. Why not just go all out in terms of the amount of carnage that can ensue by using it? Well, that said, there's still plenty of other good, I guess I could say exploits. I don't know if I would call it that exactly, because I don't want Motion to interchange this weapon at all, that you can use just with some of the mutations you have alone. For example, something like Frenzy. When you're using the syringe, you do get a speed boost, which I'm not entirely sure if that activates Frenzy, but I can tell you for certain that the hit from the syringe itself does count as a melee hit for the sake of healing up from that. So even though I would normally go with Survival for any weapon that does scale with Survival, this one, I mean, now that, stuff like the Necromancy not doing up to 100% healing, I think it's much better to actually go for Brutality instead. And if it doesn't work in boss fights because I can't kill enough enemies, that's one thing, but in normal areas, I should be able to just cleave my way through pretty much every and any enemy that I come across to be able to keep Frenzy up at all points in time. I mean, as you can see right now, I've got 40 kills. It's, barely been any time in here, and I think I got hit once or something, and that was mostly due to the fact that I need to start collecting up some cells to make this weapon truly effective. And yes, the entire thing with needing to collect cells to make the weapon, do the most damage possible does mean that, unfortunately, this weapon is least effective against the boss that you get it from, because of course the Collector does immediately take away all the cells as you get into that fight, meaning that unfortunately, there's not really too much point in trying to get the true ending using this weapon alone. It's just, that is the unfortunate truth of the matter. But, I mean, I'm still going to try and get as far as I possibly can anyway. It's just don't expect too much when I get to that point. Of course, it's like, getting there is not going to be too big of a deal as far as I'm concerned. Corrupted Power might, increasing the damage of the syringe even more? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea. And as much as I would like to take Frenzy immediately, I feel like this is one of those runs that I am going to be even more hyper-aggressive Berserker style than normal. Because, well, this thing fills me with a lot of confidence, needless to say. I mean, it should be obvious just from the way I'm talking about it right now. I'm a big fan. It is an inherently satisfying weapon to be using. Because, like, look at this thing. Look at how I'm just running through the game, destroying everything without a care in the world. Also, you know, Doctor Tool, right? So I gotta be respectful of that alone as well. Needless to say, though, I want to have the insurance that the YOLO provides. Past this point, though, I will be utilizing. Okay, then. Past this point, though, I will be utilizing Frenzy to its maximum effect, hopefully. But that does mean that I do need to get through this area first. You know, this is definitely one of those weapons that is gonna be least powerful at the start of the game. And at the end of the game. It's so unfortunate that, yeah, the collector knows exactly how to prevent himself from getting killed from his own weapon. Fair enough. Fine. He can have that. I guess that's how I would do it too, let's be honest. I would not transform into a Resident Evil monster, though. I mean, he seemed to be totally okay with it, and wasn't all that monstrous, really, but... You know, it's one of those things where it's just like transforming into stuff always seems like a bad idea to me because it's like, you know, how do you undo that after you beat Leon? Like Salazar, what's the plan now that you're a gigantic flesh monster attached to a wall? Of course, you always kill them, so it's not like that comes up too much. But still, something to think about. I'm just saying that if you are going to turn into your own virus-themed super boss, Seda Stiletto ain't too shabby at all. I will end up taking that. And probably the 75% damage reduction. Like I said, this is going to be a run of excess. So, ooh, speaking of which, I think that I'm not going to care too much about getting hit for the most part, to my detriment, but also to the sake of... I'll give me the extra jump for right now. I'll switch that back out with the other... No mind. That was very close to me getting hit by Solid. I'll switch that back out for the other necklace after I finish this. Yep. And... done. Nice. Okay, I'm hoping to get as many stats as possible, because if I can get, like, a super high stat run on top of using one of the most powerful weapons in the entire game, it's like, yes, that would be the ideal way to cap off what I guess would technically be the, to a certain extent, the final, at least normal, well, it's not even normal weapon. This is definitely into the abnormal weapon category as far as I'm concerned, just because it's like this one I would not normally use in any run. I mean, this is on the banned list for several reasons that I was talking about earlier. But then there's also the Cursed Sword, which I did do a run the other day. Well, I did a run. I did do a like start showcase sort of thing on stream, but I did also spend a huge amount of time talking about Boruto, so I decided not to put up that episode. Or maybe I'll just put it up in tandem with this one, so the certain spinning weapon, as I'm sure I'm going to be calling it, will kind of overshadow it, and people don't actually watch that one, hopefully. I can only hope. Please, for the love of God. I don't know, at the same time, there's also that whole question of, like, what I look for in a good run, and don't want to fall into the bombs there. This does not have anti-bomb projectile nonsense, as much as I would like it if it did. But yeah, what I like in a run and what the audience might like in a run is often, perhaps, somewhat different. Maybe you want to hear about Boruto for an hour, or 3 hours, which is what it felt like. I don't know. I'm not gonna argue with your love of arguing about shonen manga, anime. It's also an anime. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, you just automatically get this weapon after finishing the end, and I think it only costs 1 cell to unlock. Motion Twin knew. They knew when they were making this that it's just like, yeah. And considering especially that you do need to go and there's Mushroom Boy, which I did have out here just in case. I mean, I'm gonna take him. He's obviously not at the right stats at all, like not even remotely close. But it's the sort of passive damage that I really want to get here. And stuff like the Owl of War is not really going to be too relevant, unfortunately, due to the whole nature of not scaling with... I mean, I guess I could just take that as my off stat or whatever. I would rather have survival, though. Besides, I said that this is like the spoiler run. This is also the go all out run. I don't have anything at all locked for this one. Because I'm fully expecting this to be just like a having fun and at the hand of the king sort of deal. Because again, it's not going to work past that point. I can try and make it work, but you know. Also a big problem when it comes to utilizing this weapon to its maximum effect is the fact that you cannot interact with anything or like climb up vines. And that's gonna, like, especially for areas like this, that's gonna be coming up a lot, unfortunately. It's like, as much as I would love to, well, here it is, but no. Mushroom Boy is who I'm gonna be sticking around with. My actual son after everybody else on the island died, after all. Yeah, it's Force Instinct, nice. Also, I should be able to get to 60 kills here. Yeah, if I had my opinion on the entire thing, I would just permanently have the syringe out all the time. I would be the true spin doctor. Two princes on their knees to greet you. How did that song go? All I remember is... Oh, great. It hit me anyway. Whatever, it's fine. I don't even remember how that song went. I mostly just remember that they rhymed now with now over and over. That was an interesting thing. Very reminiscent of Take the Money and Run in terms of great rhyming. Rhyming faxes with taxes and justice, which is a lot of fun. I'm never going to let that... I swear that over the course of doing all these videos, I maybe mentioned that like 30 to 60 times, and I will never give up insulting Take the Money and Run. It's too stupid as far as I'm concerned. Okay. I almost have 200 cells, and I mean, frankly, if I, went into the cemetery or something, I could probably get even more than that. Because there's a lot of cell capsules in there. So it's like, I should probably be okay to have this active most of the time now. I mean, you gotta remember that, of course, the 5-cell mode does provide you with a lot more cells, just because enemies are so much more sardine-packed and mega cheese, then also they are more likely to be elites, and not even just because of the whole malaise thing, which will occasionally transform enemies into elites, but because there's just a bunch more of them around. It's very useful in terms of getting a lot of necklace options, but not very useful in terms of remaining alive for a long time. That's why I do have the YOLO mutation. I can also, after this point, go and check real quick to see if the frenzy is going to activate immediately, because, like I said, you get a speed increase. I don't know if that counts as a speed buff, though. It could be separate, and it wouldn't surprise me if at one point in time it was, but it is no longer. Yeah, that sort of thing is kind of expected as far as I'm concerned. Oh man, the barrel launcher. I love the barrel launcher. It's one of my favorites. Also, could potentially be good when it comes to not dying very quickly due to, curses here. Don't get me wrong, I think I can spin Doctor easy and take these guys out. However, I do also want to, this is one of the more frustrating areas to get into. That's stopped by the non-existent door. There we are. Teleport up here. Whoa! Oh, you teleported up here, which is clever on your part. I guess I'll give you that. But also scary for me. 2. Come on, I want to get back to spinning already. You know what? Get back to spinning right now. How about that? I mean, I already have the frenzy buff active, so I'm not entirely sure if it would be active at this point. Couldn't quite. Yeah, I would have taken damage there if I just took the hit right on the chin. That's unfortunate. I am happy. Once again, I do want to say that I am very happy the Motion Twin did decide to still make this a melee weapon. They did not need to. It is a skill, after all, and that does usually provide different sorts of usages. But hey, I will not argue at all when it comes to... Nope. Yeah, the breach is also very good with this weapon, too. Yeah, I'm not going to argue at all with that sort of decision, because once again, it's like the most powerful weapon in the game. Why would you even want to lower its effectiveness in any way? This is the true roguelite fashion of having at least one thing that is just clearly more powerful than everything else. No, activate a little bit more. I want to keep that time going. It's just the cell drain does get pretty wacky. Oh, also it does prevent you from taking fall damage too, or fall stun, not fall damage. Thankfully you don't get damaged in this game for that. But it is also... Hey, get out of here. If I can't get the critical, it doesn't work nearly as well. Yeah, it does prevent you from taking fall stun, which also means that I can just pretty much drop down anywhere and get as much damage as I want out of this thing. No, you don't. Wow, that was risky. I probably shouldn't have done that. Right. Still want to be a little bit... Oh, that's when lights cleared. Huh. All right, then. I still want to be a little bit prudent in terms of using the cells, because I'm going to be using a lot of them in boss fights. And I think I am going to go for... I don't know, actually. I'm thinking about it right now. You know, Ice Armor... Just curious, if I activate this right now... No, okay, it cancels it out. Alright, well, just use it before you use that, then. Not that I've been very good about doing it. I've been so megalomaniacal in terms of trying to just be spinning all the time. Always be spinning, as I say. Also, I should get an upgrade for this weapon if I possibly can. Because, after all... Come on. After all, this is still the base level version of it. Not that that makes too much of a difference in terms of effectiveness, but, you know. It's, could be even more effective is what I'm trying to say. I do think that the Syringe is also one of those weapons, like the Cursed Sword, that is more expensive in the game. Like, it's, for whatever reason, the base price that you buy that thing for is just astronomical comparatively. Oh, it's a good thing that I went and sold this anyway. That would have been embarrassing to miss. Of course, I am zooming through the levels, so shouldn't be surprising that I might miss stuff occasionally. You also want to save up for, like, no extra jumps. You also want to save up for the potion charge. I did use one already because I didn't have Frenzy working for me just yet. Shouldn't be a problem past this point. Here, maybe what I'll do is I will go get the food shop. Yes, thank you. Generous hitboxes on the dodges. Always good to see that coming through for me. I mean, because it's just like, yeah, it's... With a moving obstacle like that, you remain unable to be hit by it until you move off of it, which can be... Okay, which can be a surprisingly long time if you time it right. I gotta say, I know the inner workings of this game. I've played this game a lot. I don't have confidence that I could walk along one of those ball and chain obstacles without just totally dying. Well, maybe not totally dying, but you know what I'm saying. Let's get into the ramparts and then go for the Conjunctivius fight from there. Just because I feel like it. Also, maybe this would be the time to go hit up the Distillery as well, just because, well, I already got the weapon for it now, don't I? Not going to have that problem again. You know? Food mutations? You know what? Give it to me. Because if I'm not wrong, Frenzy should be coming through for me just fine anyway. Reduce the amount of healing that I get? What does that matter at all? I could also, of course, get combo, which would be a pretty good take, too. That would just increase the amount of... I mean, I'm already planning to get a lot of kill combos as it is. That would just increase the amount of damage that I'm doing entirely. Man, come on, I just need more enemies. Look, this is like I said... Wow, nice statage, man. I'll deal with that once I run out of juice. syringe juice, which I guess what you would normally call like medicine or something. I don't know. As it is, though, should be looking good. And it's like, yeah, I would also like to just get the extra. The extra rally time would also probably be good if I could still rally up with this weapon. But unfortunately, as you know, that's not the case. Now, where was that thing? Here we go. Look, I'm the king, baby. All hail to me, the king baby. Still one other. I mean, of course, anybody savvy with the game knows that there is still one other outfit to be getting that I would, yes, have loved to have used for this run, but the point in time that I would have unlocked it, it wasn't actually available to get. Didn't even get the achievement either because I was using the secondary item. And that would actually be the same thing for this run if, you know, I had any hope of beating the collector on this one. I don't think so. Getting to the Astro Lab, I think, is going to be the goal just by itself. I expect little more than that, unfortunately. I got nearly 300 cells. I still want to be like a little bit conservative with it, especially because I got, you know, of course, the barrel launcher, the coconut gun that fires in spurts, but it's like, I don't really need to. It's the sort of thing that it's like, it is a limited resource, even though it's hardly that limited. I usually end like a 5-cell run with, what, 1,000 or something cells by the end of it? And it's like, that's not even trying to get everything that I could. That's just, you know, running through the game, not fighting enemies, as people will often accuse me of. You can't not fight enemies in this game anymore, by the way. I do want to make that clear. Like, the whole teleportation mechanic and everything means that I'm basically fighting everything everywhere regardless. Yeah. Yes, the old stand on top of your foe to prevent getting hit by their projectile. Can't say it doesn't work. Because it clearly did work. I rest my case. And that's the end of the episode, I guess, because I rested my case. Oh, nice try. Oh, well. That's the power of this weapon. But of course, the good... Oh, come on. The good stats that I'm getting is also helping as well, needless to say. God, I love the syringe. It's just, I can't use it. It's called the Collector's Syringe, and it's got, like, his colors and everything. The whole light blue deal. The whole Amalvaro color. It's just... I want to at least be respectful of people who have not played through to 5-cell mode. I know that, yeah, if you watch a bunch of episodes of like this entire like 105 episode series, the showcase is now, that yes, you're probably only too well aware of exactly what the final boss is. It's the Collector in the Astrolab. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby. Right, round, round. See, I brought it back there. Now it's relevant again. I still want to go see. Does Frenzy work when I don't have a kill count going on? Let's take a look. And it didn't seem to. Because that's going to be important for, like, bosses. No, I don't think it is. I would have seen, like, at least some movement on my health bar. Oh, well. To be honest, I should still be able to get, like, a Frenzy thing going for the Conjunctivius anyway, just because of the amount of tentacles that I'm killing. Which is funny to think about. Oh, well, I still think it's a good take for regular parts of this, but for actual big bosses, I might be switching that out to something a little bit different. Hey, now. You're an all-star. I mean, yeah, I would have preferred just to use the syringe. Oh, come on. I think I'm going to be too low down to... Yeah. You do get slightly higher jumps, I think. But yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. Again, I keep thinking about trying to be conservative with this, and I do not need to. What do you got? I really don't want to get, like, super malaised up for no reason at all. Normally, I don't care about that, and especially with the speed and everything that I'm going through the game. This is like, you know, old school Alchemic Carbine, Hokuto's bow combo style. It's like, I should probably just be able to, like, take down pretty much any malaise that I get regardless because of that, but... Yeah, barrel launcher guy. Doesn't even matter. Infected worker is what they're called. Because, yeah. Nope. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to hit the barrel back at me for a second, which would have been embarrassing. Okay, I think this should be a good opportunity to go full spin doctor once again. 2 princes, etc. I should have at least like looked up the lyrics for that first. We can just go with more dead or alive, I guess. Certainly, that does include spinning in the name when it comes to referencing it. But you know, also I feel like, come on, it's how many more spinning songs can I come up with? Surely there's got to be some in the history of pop music. Surely there's got to be more here. Come on, fine. Or, okay, even more fine because you just died anyway. Can I get the 60 kills? I would like to make that happen if I could. I don't think it's gonna happen. Nope, I'm stuck here. Dang. Well, I don't think it's gonna happen with the syringe in particular. It's always frustrating because it's like, yeah, finally work up the courage to use that thing, and then it's just like, you fall into a pit and you're done. As you do. So I was expecting to do some sort of like, I don't know, like super gimmicky type of thing for this run, but I really could not come up with anything. So instead, I'm just trying to have a really good one, basically. Well, there goes 60 kills. I mean, not in terms of getting the 60 kills, I suppose, but in terms of everything else. Yes, please. Look. I don't get the ability to roll here. Roll cancels out the thing. There's Malaise clear, too. So I could just continue going on. Yeah, probably just healing or anything if nothing else. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm nearly at 20 brutality. Haven't even hit up the first boss yet. I think we're looking pretty good. I think we're looking pretty. I'm going to go buy the... No, wait, that's not the shop. I'm going to go buy the 50% healing item in the thing. 64%, I suppose that could get me up to 80 if I just went and got the kebab up there, but let's go full heal. Why not? Oh, yeah, don't forget that I do have slightly less effective healing because of the... And by slightly, I mean massively less effective healing because of the thing. Maybe that wasn't as good of a take as I thought it was. Well, I mean, if it worked with just activating the syringe entirely, that would have been one thing, but I guess it doesn't, so I'll probably switch out Dead Inside for other stuff. A little bit better. That mutation is certainly a little bit better when it comes to using the, you know, the lower cell difficulty where you can actually get, like, heals. Period. Combo, on the other hand, is still quite good. Still want to keep Frenzy, too, and I'll just continue going with the YOLO just to make sure that I'm not putting myself in a bad position. You know how that is. Now, got 200 cells. Over that. I think I should be good to go. Increased speed will also help with dealing with the annoying stuff that the Conjunctivius usually does, which is to say move around a lot, as you can see. Let's move back and forth. 2. Oh, still got hit, but that's okay. And there we go. I should just really jump over the sweeping tentacle instead, and, you know... Hey, there's a frenzy hit. That's what I'm looking for, baby. Nope. Nope, keep activating me. Don't not activate that yet. Or unactivate that. Inactivate that. Whatever. Look, certainly I'll be able to rally back all of that in the next area, no problem at all. It's like that's the whole thing where I was talking about, like, I want to make sure that I'm going to be, like, you know, not too aggressive with stuff, but I know I'm going to be anyway. And there we are. Should be obvious proof for that. 19 minutes. It's like, what, 15 getting here? Oh, just no damage. Okay, well, I guess that's only in the previous area. Now the thing what I'd really like to see is going for a upgraded version of this to get even more damage. I'm going to go into Slumbering Sanctuary. I'm full on potion charges and everything. Just went to the graveyard last time, right? Yeah, keep it fresh. Keep it interesting. Oh yeah, I didn't even use up that many. Didn't even use up that much in terms of the cells anyway. Just be a little bit cautious is what I'm looking for here, just to make sure that... Okay, fine. I'll just use another potion charge. If you're forcing me to. Yeah? Want to throw anything else up around here? Kill that dancer, I suppose. Is probably a good idea. Mm-hmm. Teleport right into that. That works for me, too. Come on. Anything else? Anything else? Certainly the barrel launcher is still going to be very effective regardless. All right, let's go. Needless to say, once I turn on the lights, which is, I guess, what I'm going to call it, I'll be able to get even more healing from everything around here, because I should be able to just kill it immediately before... do I want to just take that right now? Let's make sure that I have a few enemies to kill first, and then I can go start messing around with this. After all, I don't want to get an orb caster right in the face. Okay, well, let's just go. Force shield? Yeah, sure. 10 kills, though. Might want to... I mean, are there enemies down here? Because if I just do this, then I can at least take, like, one hit and then bail on out of there if problems arise. Or, no, I'm already done with... I've already cleared out the curse. Never mind. Oh, well, yeah, of course. I mean, I guess it's a good thing. That's extra stats, but, you know, also something of a problem by itself. Uh-huh. A frightening prospect, nonetheless. Hello? Anybody here? This is Minecraft? Ow. Okay. Got it. I got it. Quit being so saucy. Don't have to tell me twice. Just roll out of the thing. I told you it was going to be overconfidence, slow and etc. Yeah. Private dancer for money, do what you want me to do. Okay. Yeah. I think I can probably just cleave right through here with a curse chest curse going on. That was a sentence. Anyway, it shouldn't be a problem. That's what I'm trying to say. Gonna be a little bit worried about demons, which like to outrange me a lot, but it should be okay. If it's not, I'll just make sure that I have the ice armor up immediately, because, you know, that's kind of my trump card in this case now, isn't it? Making sure that... Yeah, okay. I was going to say. Oh, nice. Thank you for the upgrade, my dude. Okay, well, that was apparently everything in here. It wasn't even enough to get me the 10 kills. That's silly, but also works out well for me, I suppose. All I gotta do is just make sure that I have the proper... I am really keeping that camera forward as much as possible. I'm very frightened. It's so long. It's such a long hallway. What the hell? I'm so very frightened. Do you understand? Turret would probably also be pretty good with this as far as like passive damage and the like goes. But I think ice armor is better for circumstances like this. Okay, let's go. As long as I go fast enough, yeah. See, it's fine. That was the plan. The unfortunate thing, though, is that... Yep, there we go. And I will take the malaise there, that's fine. Uh-huh. Nice try, but even without the ability to, you know, try and... Oh, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to go anywhere more from here, but that's fine. It's like, even without the ability to roll, it's like, I still know how to dodge. I have done, like, a no dodge rolling, like, completely unbound that before. Mostly parries. I don't remember how successful it was, though, I'll be honest. Oh, he got me. Not good enough, though. God, the stats are so good here. Look at that go. It's like, certainly this, combined with the fact that I now have an upgraded, finally, 250% rather than 183. It's like, it's looking good. Well, here, what's down here first? Should probably also grab the money, considering the whole, you know, mistake I made in terms of having to use another potion charge, as one does. One being myself. I did that. It's fine, though. Frankly, if you think that I can't recover from that, you're sorely mistaken. Extremely sorely. Now, there's a clock tower. I guess the other area must be over by the chest there, then, because I don't know. Get out of here. I'm just doing this mostly so I can get the speed boost and anything else. Not like it's making too much of a difference. Okay. What do we got up here? I mean, certainly this is pretty much what I was hoping for when it comes to the collector's syringe run. Just not even just good times in terms of this would be a good opportunity to use the syringe. Unfortunately, it's not up. Just a good time in terms of like getting a ton of stats, but also just a good version of this weapon and everything too, which is been working out pretty well so far. Please, though. Told you the demons are going to be kind of annoying. I like to stay right on the edge of your vision, or ability to hit them. You know what I'm trying to say. Wow. That was dumb. It's not a problem, though. Once again, it's just like nothing's going to be able to stand up to this. I guess the main thing I would say with this weapon is don't rely on it entirely for your run. I would say that this is one of those weapons that it's just like, yeah, don't like start out using it and then keep it for the rest of the game. I would say basically take it when you find a good version of it. And especially after you've been like collecting cells the entirety of the run. Then it's very effective. And then don't use it for the collector because it's not going to work. It just doesn't. You can't. There's nothing to be done about it. Yeah, it's like insisting on using it for everything, though, is a little bit excessive, I guess, is the way to put it. Clock tower, maybe? Clock tower's probably. That's a very vertical area. I think Sepulchre would probably be more effective in terms of getting the most out of this. Tonic could also be good. But, I mean, I'll still... Maybe I should take this to the... famous last words. Maybe I should take this to the Scarecrow and see how that works. Because I could see it being pretty good. And I know I can get to the Scarecrow through the caverns, which is a different area comparatively. So, yeah, it's a good idea. Far as I'm concerned. Still didn't get to 60. It's like I'm still talking up this weapon, but it is hard to just not get hit when you're playing the way I do, I suppose is the way to put it. All right. Yeah, seeing if I can't hit up the Scarecrow and actually take him down quickly. The answer is, I don't know, maybe. Like, I just got to make sure that I'm jumping around a lot. And that is a fight where you can jump around a lot. They got, like, the mushrooms in there and everything, right? Right? Tell me I'm right. Now then. Everything else here, though, should be, mostly pretty quick. Unless it gives me a bad... Okay. Kind of didn't really have any place to knock stuff down at. did you? Unless it gives me a bad generation of the level, basically. Oh no. Yeah, I gotta be careful. The big jump that those guys do is one of the easiest ways for me to get my stuff reflected back at me. Yoink! 25, baby. Ooh, jumped right up into that. Almost got hit. Not a big deal, but like, you know, it would have been embarrassing to lose a lot of health there, of all places. Now then, give me that speed buff up. See if I can't get back up to full health and all that. I just need a large enough group of enemies, which just is not appearing around here. It's quite frustrating. What do you got? I mean, what do I really want here? I'd love the... Get out of here. I love the barrel launcher. I'm just going to keep using that, because it's good. It's a good weapon. Fortunate thing, though, is, yeah, it's maybe not the best terrain for trying to work in this area. Oh, shouldn't have spent time trying to get the syringe working. That almost had me bad. Almost had the bad thing happen. Okay, not gonna be able to like parry away those things, but able to get rid of everything else easy enough, certainly. Let's take the elevator while spinning my syringe around. You know how that goes. Another day at the office, am I right? Ah, too many exploding things in there. Hey. Hey. Hey! Oh, there's food stuff down there, I suppose, but not as much as I would have wanted. That's the problem with using the barrel launcher, though. You do hurt yourself as well as enemies, which is annoying, but it is how it goes. There. Just gotta watch out for enemies that can actually hit things back at you. Really? Okay. Where is... I don't know. You... What am I even looking for here? Could go with Lacerating Aura if I want to have like a spinning around me on both axes, but I don't really think that's going to make too much of a difference. This is the sort of thing I do think where Frenzy, it's just like enemies are not that... I'm killing enemies too fast to truly get like the most out of them. I would need to keep them alive for longer to drain them of all their precious bodily fluids to truly make this like a good mutation to take. Which is a weird thing to say, but it is the truth. So in other words, probably something like it's actually even like a little bit more effective to just use the something like a what is the necromancy instead. Or of course just the increased healing from food, so you get a lot of gastronomy. That can also, you can sell stuff, get a little bit of sell stuff, and maybe get some just extra. Sell stuff and get some extra damage out of it too. Probably still best to go with a survival build when it comes to using the syringe, I would say. Besides, especially like with the way that survival does not really have a whole ton of truly effective fast weapons, especially, you know, usually them being like big bursts and then going down. It's just like this one activates very quickly and clearly does a lot of damage. A rat. I got hit by a rat. That's fine, I suppose. There's only so much you can do about it. Besides, as far as getting hit by things go, I think that's probably one of the more preferable ones. What I should end up doing then instead is just, well, keep the heart, of course. And then go for like a corrupted healing or something so that I can just get a ton of damage on the next boss. After all, I feel like beating the Scarecrow is maybe a little bit more difficult than beating the Hand of the King at this point in time. You know, I feel like I would impress more people by doing that than actually finishing the game in the normal sense. If I just do that, pump in a ton of cells, it's just like, man, that boss is gonna melt like nothing else. I mean, one of the great things about having... I'll throw it in the back there. One of the great things, of course, about having the... yeah? Come on. I got hit back, too. Okay, come on now. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying here because I kept getting hit by stupid things. So I kept getting hit stupidly, basically. Oh yes, the syringe. It does many small hits. It doesn't really do big hits. So things like boss damage caps are not going to be as important. Yeah? Okay. I can easily surpass that just through the sheer impressiveness of this weapon. Many small hits are often better than that. Usually because of like criticals and stuff like that, but you know, clearly just having there we are. Clearly just having like a weapon that specifically does a bunch of small hits when bosses have damage caps, also pretty good. There. Food? No. Unfortunately. That's what I want to see right now. I'm a little bit worried about actually using the syringe just because of the sheer amount of like projectile using dudes and everything around here. Not gonna teleport up? Yeah, I guess Inquisitors don't teleport up now, do they? Shouldn't forget about that. Yeah, unfortunately Frenzy though is kind of falling by the wayside, I think, due to the funkiness when it comes to making this thing work. Doesn't work in every single area. Adrenaline could work. I mean, all I gotta do is just go get like one solid dodge, and then for the entire time that is active, keep the... I knew it! I knew it again! For the entire time it's active, keep the... Nair. Anybody else want to get up here real quick? And the answer is apparently yes. Cut that out. I just want to save my last heal for when I'm getting into the next fight. Oh, there's still so many things here, though. Oh, man, there's so many stats still and everything. That's almost kind of frustrating if it wasn't, like, legitimately pretty good and important for me to get all those stats. I mean, it's like, I want the stats, sir. Why would I not? But also, slowly move down there, which was funny to look at. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's... you know, not the ideal usage of it, but it's enough to take it out. And then the Maosoleum's right there. Okay, I also do have the invincibility from the shield and everything. It's not really my, the ideal sort of form because, oh, there's even another one there. I don't know if I want to do, like, the parkour required to get into that place, though, because I'm kind of worried about, like, the whole health situation, as you know. It's like that could be another upgrade. Getting like another 20% damage or something on that. Here we are. Kind of tucked away down here, eh? A little bit more than I would have expected. Now then. Also sort of... yeah, that was the sort of thing that I was worried about. Because I'm just like, weird area. Laze is cleared and everything, but yeah. Then down here. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's just like, yeah, a bunch of like weird happenstances happened there to get rid of my heart, which is unfortunate. To say the least. There's another scroll fragment. I usually don't get enough scroll fragments to like have 0 by the end of the game, so I'm just gonna ignore it and get on to the next place. Still, though, maybe I should have taken like disengagement or something. That's probably gonna be for the next area at least. Yeah, those things there pull you into them, which is important to remember when it comes to trying to be alive. Now then, I'm thinking disengagement and taint blast. There we are. And see how fast I can get this boss down. That's the plan. Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And then I'm just gonna mash on the active button right here. Okay, cool. That works. That was fun. That's the flawless Scarecrow fight I know you all were looking forward to. Oh boy. Just imagine if I could have taken this into the collector properly. It would have been a lot of fun. It's unfortunate, though, it just doesn't work like that now, does it? All right. Thank you. I feel it well deserved. Ooh, a torch. I do quite like torches. So this is a good weapon. Do I have any like synergy on that? Burns ground, etc. Nah. Oh well. Again, let's go into the distillery. It's like I have all the stuff to do it, and otherwise I'm just going to be, you know, basically ending it after the astrolabe. So let's get in there and see how this goes. That's how you perfect the Scarecrow fight. Any questions? Oh, okay. That was weirdly timed. That was timed well, and also weirdly. Hey. Barrels v. barrels. Truly, we live in a mad world. Still, the barrels are still going to be very effective. I have 33 in my main stat right now. I don't think anybody's going to say that it's like... How much damage am I getting out of this right now? 12,000, 168,000 on my barrel launcher. Pretty all right. Although I think this is the place where I actually get the barrel launcher, so... I mean, I guess it would technically be an upgrade compared to the one that I'm using right now. Okay, that's good. You gotta remember that it does have a little bit of a bounce to it now, doesn't it? Anything else down here aside from rats? And potentially barrels? Oh, with some barrels, I see. Okay, come on now. Why, are those barrels I see? Well, I suppose I'm probably mostly protected from those barrels just because I am... swinging. Fortunately, do not have Frenzy on anymore. And to be honest, I'm probably going to end up... Well, it depends on how much like foodstuffs I get. If I get foodstuffs, probably will be alright. See, like that. If I don't, that might be a problem. And there we are. Yeah, it's like the small hits, and doing a bunch of them. It's like I was pretty much hitting the boss damage cap, like with every one of the hits there. I mean, that's not literally true or anything like that, but certainly it felt like it. Anyway, 34. All I gotta do is just not totally run out of potion charges, basically. Yeah? Okay. And then I will be completely and totally okay. Lower room, don't Doesn't matter right now. Yeah? Yeah? Say hi. Give my regards to the Scarecrow. You too. Yeah, I can just run up here in this Donkey Kong area. What is even... This is more Donkey Kong than you. Is there an event too? No, it's just weird to see that it has blood on there. Which is... Hey! Shouldn't be able to hit. No hit. This is a no-hitting area. I mean, I'm explicitly trying to avoid that, after all. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Once I get to the hand of the king, I think you all know how this is gonna go. Did you see the Scarecrow fight? Did take two on that, basically. I'm having a good time. Like I said, I like it. It's a fun weapon to use. Could really just go rush to the end right now. It's not like the stats are going to be getting tremendously better after all. I feel like I've kind of accomplished everything that I need to for the most part to have an effective run. Of course, getting in there, it's like it could be more effective against, say, the collector, of course, but it's just not gonna happen. I'm telling you. He isn't like, oh, I see you also have a syringe. Let me not take all of your cells this time. He does not do that. I fought this guy with this before. It doesn't work like that. Hey, stop that. Hey, at least get one more here. Sure. 35. I really could go for like maybe even 40 stats, but it's not gonna happen. And I'm worried about dying at this point in time. Like I think there's a real chance that it's gonna happen. with the chances that I've been taking thus far. So it's like, yes, we all would like to see me. If I still had the heart, I would have explored the rest of the area. Yes, that's true. But I don't, so prudence, better part of valor, and all that. Oh, yes, I forgot. You get the special entire cutscene. Oh, before using that there. I mean, yes, but it is my body. Fine, look. Oh, he still hit me anyway. Ah! See, there's where we're having like the one... Oh, boy. Ah, there's where we're having the one hit from the ice armor. But I forgot about the... Yeah, I forgot there's a special cutscene and everything. Oh, well. Frankly, let's be honest here. Yeah, that was the expected result of all of that. Oh, man. What a good weapon. You didn't believe in me before. You were thinking it's just like, I don't know, you're getting hit an awful lot for this being like the most powerful weapon in the game. Well, case in point. Also 35 stats, but you know. It's like, even with 35 stats, no other weapon I think would be quite this effective. This is a truly one of a kind. Now watch me die to a librarian. Not that it really matters, because again, the final boss is just gonna... It's not gonna go... I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna go well. Ow. Yeah, being able to roll out of that maybe would have been a good idea. Although, hey, you know, I was gonna say, it's like, hey, I could take vampirism, but at the same time, it's like, right, that does kind of come with its own issues now, doesn't it? Still, let's see what I got here. It's not bad, but I need to go hit like more than one edge. I see. Oh, whoa. Okay, then. If only I could. If only you could still rally up. But it's like, I understand why they did what they did, even if I disagree with it. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on. With the amount of enemies here, it should be At least a little bit better. If I can just find like 1 or 2 more enemies. Why are these, why can I not find enemies when I need to? Should be better, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'll go back to the stat in a second. First off. Hey, nice. Once again, the obvious way to go about doing this is to just get the potion charge from the shop first, and then after all is said and done, go for the end. Or get the potion charge from the shop second. You know, the opposite of what I just said. Whatever. You know what I mean. All right. Go pick up you again. Might still end up keeping the thing for the thing. Vampirism for future usage. Because I feel like it might, you know, there's a good possibility that it might just come up. Just a hunch. Premonition on my part. Where's that damn 4th alien key? Oh, wait, no, I got the alien key. I need to get the other one. The one that's not that. Okay, I'm surprised that didn't reflect the barrel back at me. It probably should have. Done. Unfortunately. Or fortunately, that's a lot of extra stats. Not really going to something. I've entirely forgotten. Also, I notice right now that I have basically used up all of my cells. Oh, well. Look, there's more where that came from. It's like I did not realize that I was actually, like, consuming them at that sort of rate. But here we are. Oh, well, whatever. By the way, no unique dialogue if you use all of your cells before the final boss fight. I've done that before doing it with the heart mutation. Because basically, you know, all the cells fall out of you, but then they, you know, like immediately get picked back up. Basically, if you go through the door to the next area before that happens, you can get into the fight with 0 cells. It's the same cutscene, though. So if you were wondering if anything special was going to happen, nope. Not at all. Hey. And here we are. There's that at least. I might end up using the potion charge and trying to fish out one more. I only need 4, I think. Yeah, 4 elite enemies to be able to recharge that. It wouldn't be the most difficult thing. Don't think I want to drop down here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh no, I think I did. Yeah, this is the lore area. I've already seen the lore area. Birds. Of course, they're the cause of this. That's why I took that moniker for myself, knowing the fear and anguish they cause. Birds. It's like how Batman became a bat. He just looked out his window and was bit by... He fell into a vat of rabid bats, which bit him all at the same time. If I'm remembering what Stan Lee wrote correctly. Okay. Take that. That's at least a full-ish heal. And that is also a full-ish heal. How? There. Let's say I would consider that to be a full heal. Falling into... I mean, although it's like more often than not... you know, it's a weird thing to think like superheroes like that, because they are... Because these days, it's just like Batman, I associate more with... having dead parents, I guess? Like, how do you even describe that? Because, I mean, you know, back in the day, everybody just kind of had like a generic heroic personality. And it's like when they started to do crossover stuff, they realized, hey, pretty much everybody is the same sort of like square-jawed, blandly heroic character possible. So they need to kind of differentiate them up again. Otherwise, Justice League is going to be 5 of the same dude forever. It's like Batman got strange. I guess it's because they wanted to explain why exactly would this very, very rich man go around dressing up as a bat rather than, I don't know, doing something with his massive riches? And the answer is, oh boy. Oh man. The amount of time it would take to explain that. I get that down here. I could probably get another potion charge if I really wanted to, but 2 jumps, drops a bomb. I don't really think that any of this really makes too much of a difference. It's virtually the same thing with the stat distribution, is basically what I'm saying. Yep, I think it's unlikely that I'm going to need to buy another potion charge because, you know, even if I'm not utilizing the syringe too much as of right now, the barrel launcher is certainly doing just fine. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at. All right, get up there, go buy the healing stuff, and get out of here. Because that's pretty much the last thing that I gotta do right now. I've gone on the record as not liking crossovers too much because I think that it's just like, yeah, if everybody's the hero character, it's like, how do you choose who's going to be the guy to beat up Baron Von Bad Guy? Or especially if they're trying to do like the... Also, it's usually just like, hey, I do this one thing. Check me out as I do this one thing. Like, oh yeah, this guy's known for eating a lot of food. And then watch as he does exactly that on screen right now. It's an interesting thing in concept, but I think in execution, more often than not, crossovers are less interesting. This is a weird place to end the episode. Well, let's get on with it. Not like there's too much more that I'm going to be able to do. Once again, I am Gemini. And y'all missed my birthday. Thanks for that, by the way. I did an Isaac stream and everything where I was the birthday boy. See, does not change. I mean, yes, there is still the like completely unpowered version of the thing, but it's not the same, you know? Hi. Hey. Also, as you can see, I do have a very different method of using this thing than the actual collector does himself. Which is funny. Not entirely sure why. You would think that, yeah, okay, well, clearly the barrel launcher, it's like, you know, comparatively. Yeah. Did I get hit there? I guess I didn't get hit there, but I definitely did. That was weird, is what I'm trying to say. And then I can do it again, but it's just like, yeah, ain't got no cells. More effective just to do this. Alright, come on. Nope, I tried to go for the invincibility thing with the thing. Didn't quite work. Yes, I know what you were all thinking. Hey, is this going to be... is this going to be the one where I get a perfect fight? It's like, no, I was holding up the shield to get the invincibility thing. Did not work. Unfortunately. You know that if I did have all of my cells, I would have been able to just trivially take this guy down. Which is unfortunate. But hey, I was actually successful. Kind of surprised at that. It's just not due to the syringe itself. Oh, right. We get the proper ending, too, because of the outfit.